wanted to be famous, just being real, yeah, just being honest. My haters won't always be nameless, give them no clout, I give them no power.
Story time. If you've been here before, welcome back. I missed you. I don't post a lot. Here I am. If you're new here, come with us. Enjoy the festivities and whatnot. This story I got for y'all on this day is embarrassing for me personally, but it has good morals at the end, so I have to share it. I have to teach people about things, about themselves. So let's rewind the clock back to January of this year. I briefly mentioned this happening in like other videos before, but I never really fully dived in, and now I'm giving y'all how things really transpire. So at this time, I had rekindled things with my ex, not necessarily rekindled as in like, getting back together and things of that nature, but rekindling our friendship and, trying to build one. Since we never really had the chance to, it was kind of just, oh, I find you attractive, let's have sex. And then like we started dating after that. So now we're actually trying to be friends and whatnot. And to keep it a buck with y'all, like this was my first love. Like I fell so hard for this girl. And like, I was trying to get her back, I'm not gonna lie. So at this point in time, I'm working my ass off. I'm like putting in so many hours at my job. I was working a second job, but like I got fired from all that. And so I was putting all my eggs into, getting my hours into this job and doing like a whole bunch of other stuff on the side so I can get this money, so I can take this girl on all these dates, so I could, get an engagement ring for you. Like, bro, like I was in deep. I was in super deep. Between that, trying to balance this whole YouTube thing out, which I still haven't really done good at. Trying to finish up this book, which I still haven't finished. It's going to be finished by the end of this year. A lot. But with all that transpiring and that going on and me trying to, build and build, sleep was not really an option for me. I was grinding to the umpteenth degree. We'd still been like hanging out and all that. So I decided, hit her up and be like, hey, like before I go to work, let's meet at Outback. We're gonna, eat together, blah, 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 and, chop it up. I want to see you again. Normally when we hang out, I would go out to her and I'll drive and I'll pick her up and I'll be the only person driving. And that's normally how we balance things out. But since, I had to work like a couple hours after this date and, she had things to do for herself, we decided to just meet up at Outback this time instead. But anyways, I pull up to Outback. She arrives like shortly after me and stuff. She ends up parking next to me and all that. And like me and my lack of sleep and my desire to have this woman back in my arms and things of that nature, I'm like, I gotta show her that like I'm him. I show her that I'm this loving gentleman that she just has to be with. I have to make myself more desirable. I have to do more desirable things. Get out of my car, go to her car, open the car door for you. Hey girl, I miss you. How you been? Blah, blah, blah. Trying to be a little smooth nigga, you feel me? Talking to me, she's telling me about, how stuff she got going on. She gets up out of the car. I close the car door behind her. And then she looks at me like, what the fuck are you doing? I was like, yo, like what's the issue? Like, am I not allowed to be chivalrous? And she's like, nigga, you wasn't gonna let me get my keys out of the car before you closed it? So I go to open the car door again. That bitch not opening. I'm still trying to be, Mr. Cool about all this shit. And I'm like, that's why I've always fucked with you. You know what I'm saying? You so prepared. I know you got that spare key on you. And she's like, no, nigga, I don't. That's why this is an inconvenience. So now I'm sitting here with the U8 ass face outside of her car with her keys locked in it. Haven't even ordered the food, haven't even got a table yet. But luckily, she wasn't that mad. Yeah, she wasn't that mad. So we're like, you know what, we have time, we'll handle it as we, eat and whatnot. So we go inside, we get our table. As I'm calling up like locksmiths near me that I Googled, she's getting a phone call from her mother. Hear her mom on the phone. She's like, oh, you're Malcolm. Like, oh, how is he doing? Like, what are y'all doing right now? And she's like, you not gonna believe what this nigga Malcolm just did. We at the dinner table, and she ratting me out to her mama in my face. But ultimately, it's cool. It's cool. It's fine. Like, we're still laughing it off. It's like a little running joke at this point. So we both get off the phone. There's a locksmith like literally like 3 minutes away from where we're at right now. So like, I'm like, all right, bet that's cool. We can go ahead and get this knocked out. Like food will be out and like everything's going to be straight. So after all of that whole shebang. I finally get the chance to look at the menu, see what I'm gonna get, and I'm like, what are you deciding? Like, what are you thinking? What are you feeling today? Like you can do whatever you want. It's on me. I asked you out, type shit. That's what you're supposed to do, gentlemen. And she's like, well, I wasn't gonna do too much today, but I kind of got to charge you an inconvenience fee now. And I'm like, what's that? What does that mean? I'm not gonna call her a bitch. I respect this woman. She ordered the filet and lobster. That's fine. That's cool. I ain't broke. At least I'm not gonna let her think that I'm broke. I really am. But that's besides the point. I gotta spoil my lady, even if she's not my lady currently. So I'm like, all right, cool. And I'm still looking at the menu, deciding what I'm gonna get. I'm not gonna get the same thing, not because I can't afford the shit, but like I don't eat red meat, so I'm trying to balance out what I'm gonna do at a steakhouse. I just wanted to get what she likes. And she jokes around. She's like, it's still like 1 p.m. You could, get some off the lunch menu, since I'm already running you up with the locksmith and the filet and all. I was not going for that shit. Don't play me like I ain't him. And honestly, I was looking at something at the lunch menu, but like now that she said that, I can't get nothing off the lunch menu because she gonna like play me like I'm like fucking broke, even though I am, but not in her eyes. So we order it, and like right after we place the order, the locksmith calls me and he's like, "Yo, I'm outside. Show me where the car is. Blah blah blah. I'll help you out." So we're parked out near the front of the restaurant. It wasn't really that busy around lunchtime. So I go out there, I show him what car it is, and chop it up with him while we're out there. And I tell bro like I'm on a date right now, and I was trying to be a little gentleman, be all cute and chivalrous and whatnot, and I locked this girl's keys in the car, and bro is laughing his ass off, clowning the shit out of me. I ain't mad. Like it's funny. It's funny. It wasn't funny to me because I was so crazy over this girl, but like it was fine. It was cool. Everything was cool. And even though that shit really like shook me up in that happening, like how the fuck do you fuck up a date before the date even fucking starts? It really motivated me to, make more plans with her and, stack my bread up so we could do even more shit together. Now, I know a lot of y'all are probably thinking, me personally, I wouldn't go around telling people that shit. And ultimately, at that time, when I was, just shoving so much work in my face and trying to build myself up to something that, like, I'm gonna get to eventually, I was, like, really so just lost in fear of making a mistake. I needed that fuck up to remind me that I'm gonna fuck up again, and I'm gonna fuck up some more, and I'm gonna fuck up even harder. And as for my ex, we don't even speak anymore. She probably unsubbed to my YouTube channel. She didn't have to do all that. I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying? Like, you could have supported from a distance. But nonetheless, even though like I'll probably never see or speak to this woman ever again, she changed so much in my life, and words can't even like describe just how grateful I am for like all the shit that she did for me over the years. Not to like gas her up too much, because like who am I gassing her up for? Like she ain't gonna fucking see this shit. But like she is like a beautiful, amazing, like she is the shit. Like I love that woman to this day. I ain't in love with the bitch. Don't go putting words in my mouth in the fucking comments, bitch ass nigga. But because of her, I had this situation to look back at and remember that I can still keep grinding in a healthier fashion. I can still have a woman just as great as her one day. And I feel like out of respect for her, as well as respect for myself, I have to keep grinding, and I have to build myself up to be someone who deserves someone like her, or someone in the same realm of quality as her. Because if I went through all of that with her, and if I put her through all the things that I ended up putting her through, it would be such a disservice to like plateau here and like settle and downgrade and all that lame shit. So if you're watching this and you feel like you messed something up, whether it be like in your romantic life, something financially, just something that you're passionate about, and you feel like you took a wrong step, just remember it's just not that fucking deep. It's okay. It's gonna happen. Let it be a life lesson to you, not a life sentence. But that's the end of the story. I have to get ready for work like right now. So I hope you enjoyed it. I'm gonna be uploading. I swear I'm gonna be uploading. I swear I'm gonna be uploading. So because of that, if you haven't already, you should like, leave a comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. I love you guys a lot. Thank you for your support. Thank you for getting this far in the video. All that jazz. Peace.